Workman's Relief for whatever the holidays throw at you. Apple spice, pumpkin spice, candy cane, and gingerbread THC products derived from legal hemp. Free shipping with products over $75. Order yours at workmansrelief.com.
Every day, my employees get scam emails. I wanted to protect my business and clients, so I checked out tHiS's Secure Our World. They've got 4 simple ways we can protect our businesses from online threats. Learn more at CISA.gov/Secure Our World.
This is the JJO Morning Show Podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
Okay, now it's well known we don't have a pilot in our group of survivalists that are really not going to be surviving at all anyway. But a lot of people out there seem to think that they can be a pilot. In fact, there's a survey out that says that almost half of the men that you look around and see believe that they could land a passenger plane.
Excuse me, let me through, by the way. Licensed pilot.
No, I have no experience, but trust me, I can do this. Uh-huh.
Well, it depends on what you mean by land, I think. There's varying opinions on what a landing looks like. A good landing? Everybody lives?
Everybody lives.
Oh, okay. That makes it tougher.
So, here's a scenario. The speaker breaks through, right? Ladies and gentlemen, both pilots are incapacitated. Are there any passengers who can land this plane with assistance from air control?
Oh.
Half of you jackasses would put your hand up in the air.
I'm sorry, is there a drink holder in the cockpit? That'd be great. I'll be right up.
I say this so often. I'm like, just give me a third of that confidence, dude. You know.
Well, I mean, I'd give it a shot. I mean, it's better than not trying. I mean, would you just sit there? I'll take all the vodka.
I would admit that I probably can't do it.
But, I mean, if you looked around, you said, well, the pilots are dead.
But if nobody's willing to give it a shot.
Right. You're it. Somebody.
Right.
Apparently,
I won't be because a bunch of the dudes on the plane are going to be ready to get after it.
Right.
So
I don't even remember to take my trash out on Thursdays. I don't know if you want to trust me.
Oh, do you take yours out on Thursday night too?
Mm-hmm.
Our trash day Friday too.
Oh, dude.
We've all heard stories of passengers who saved the day when the pilot became unresponsive. Like last year, Darren Harrison managed to land a twin-engine aircraft in Florida after the pilot passed out with the guidance of an air traffic controller who also happened to be a flight instructor. However, such incidents tend to take place in small, simple aircraft. Flying a much bigger and heavier commercial jet might be a little diff, right?
Right.
Pilot spends about 90% of their time monitoring autopilot systems and making sure everything is working as intended. The other 10% is spent managing problems.
Can't you?
Taxiing, taking off, and landing.
The movies, from what I see in the movies, you ever see Airport 77 with Charlton Heston?
It's starting out great.
If you can get it on autopilot, let's say we're in a 747, the big bad boy, and I get it on autopilot. It's just a big red button that says autopilot. Don't overthink it. Punch that in. That gives you time to get a drink, get the manual out, and,
No. I don't know.
Come up with a couple of soft ideas.
Neither do you.
You go to the chapter that says Pilots for Idiots.
So anyway, takeoffs and landings are the most difficult tasks that pilots perform. And they're always performed manually. Only on very few occasions and in a handful of aircraft models can a pilot use autopilot to land the aircraft for them. That is the exception and not the rule.
Right.
For takeoff, the aircraft must build up speed until the wings can generate enough lift to pull it into the air. The pilot must pay close attention to multiple instruments and external cues while keeping the aircraft centered on the runway until it reaches liftoff speed. Now, once airborne, they coordinate with air traffic control, follow a particular path, retract the landing gear, and maintain a precise speed and direction while trying to climb. Landing, even more complicated, and requires having precise control of the aircraft's direction and descent rate. To land successfully, a pilot must keep an appropriate speed while simultaneously managing gear and flap configuration. Let's talk about flap configuration.
Yeah, let's.
Adhering to air traffic.
I'm going to draw a pencil sketch like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, one lip.
If you could just... You just lift that leg up a little higher.
Oh, no. Adhering to air traffic regulations, communicating with air traffic control, and completing a number of paper and digital checklists. Once the aircraft comes close to the runway, they must accurately judge its height, reduce power, and adjust the rate of descent, ensuring that they land on the correct area of the runway. On the ground, you got to use the brakes and reverse thrust to bring the aircraft to a complete stop before the runway ends. This all happens just in a few minutes, as you may remember from the last time you flew. Both takeoff and landing are far too quick, technical, and concentration intensive for a drunk or untrained person to pull off. They also require a range of skills that are only gained through extensive training, not watching movies.
Oh, no, there goes. Odds just went down a few notches.
Dude, right. But this does add up, because this is 50% of men think that untrained men think that they can land a commercial plane.
Yeah.
You might remember a study we had 2 years ago. Study shows men think they're smarter than they actually are.
For sure. Yeah, trust me.
But until you get older, once you get older, you realize how dumb you are.
There's a difference
It's
between
crazy.
confidence and landing a
100%.
multi-jet engine jet.
But
how do you know if you don't try?
Right. What's that Operation Ivy song, right? All I know is I don't know nothing. Like, you reach that point where you're like, man, I thought I knew stuff and I don't,
Throttle down slowly. Flaps up. No, flaps down.
Manage the flap, bro.
Flaps down.
Sorry,
no.
what?
The flaps go. No, flaps are up when you take off. That provides lift, right? The nose up. You want the flaps down. You know the things at the bottom of the wings that keep.
Well, you want the flaps open.
Well, open.
Always. Just
true that. Landing gear is important, and then just let Mother Nature run its course.
That's not. Mother Nature has nothing to do with it. You're making me feel worse about this.
Yeah, I suppose.
Hilarious.
Oh, by the way, there are airplanes out there. I know this for a fact. There are airplanes out there that will land themselves. Small, little, singular. Somebody would have to tell me which plane it is, but I know for a fact there's a
that's
button.
what I said in here. Yeah.
Yep. What brand did you say?
It didn't say, but it's a smaller plane, and it's definitely the exception and not the rule. There's very few planes that can do that. Yeah.
So one of the planes
that would be the one I would want.
One of the planes has a parachute, a giant parachute that you can deploy if your plane craps out. That'll bring you down.
Yeah.
And then one's got a button, you push it, and it'll do all the work for you. You just sit there and go, oh, yeah, who's the man?
That's pretty magical.
Just crack the window open a little bit, light a cigar, just come in for a smooth.
Who's the man, he says. The guy that invented it, I suppose.
Oh, God. That's so funny. I always wanted to learn how to fly. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of work.
Yeah. My buddy Jonathan just got his pilot's license.
Really?
A couple weeks ago.
What's he going to fly?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I would rather see somebody with confidence get up and go to the cockpit than somebody you got to drag up there kicking and screaming and crying.
Dude, confidence is so much of life.
I think confidence is 51% of landing a plane.
I think
Again, define landing. Are we walking away? Or are we going to just have a few yucks on the way down?
Oh, no. That's so funny.
Yeah, you just didn't specify.
I love that.
Where I had to land. I didn't know it was a contest.
It's a fantastic story. Holy crap.
Hello. How's it going?
Hey.
I
got a fart powered plane. You guys want to go for a ride?
Yeah,
let me hear that. That's power it up.
Fire it up here.
Power it up.
Fire it up here. Here we go.
You know what the first problem would be? And this is, I think, kind of in my wheelhouse here, is running the radio to get a hold of the control tower. That I think I can do. Once you get that down, it's like cake. You just got to learn how to.
Is it?
You just got to find the radio. You imagine that going into Chicago?
You go in there and you're like, turn it up and rip the knob off.
I'm sorry, Flight 275 Heavy. What was that? You're ripping the knobs off? That's don't do that. Yeah, don't rip the knobs off. You're gonna 275. You're gonna need that knob. Don't rip it off. Yeah, you'd be like, hey, I'm gonna try an ocean lake landing in Lake Michigan. There's more room out here. I just try to feather that bitch in.
Pulling a Sully.
Hi, how's it going? Yes? No? Yes? No? Yes? Or no? Yeah. I don't know. Could you drive an F1 race car, do you think? All the things are on the...
Slowly.
Well, yeah, everything's on the steering column, yoke, whatever. All the controls.
Yeah.
Shifting, paddle shifting and all that.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think I'd probably stall it 2 or 3 times before I got going.
I think I'd have a better chance at getting the car to go forward than I would to get the plane on the ground.
I'll say this and wrap it up. When we were up at Skinner Transfer, her and I got to get in the 18-wheel simulator machine.
Oh, hell yeah.
And we killed dogs, cats, people, ran over cars, crushed minivans. Yeah, the learning curve is pretty steep there. We couldn't even get around. We couldn't even turn a corner in an 18-wheeler without taking out families.
Yeah, it was not pretty.
People, relax.
What a complete waste
We are killing it online. Have you guys checked the comments?
of cyberspace.
Smoke That Skin Wagon says, you guys are killing it.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast.
We're internet sensations.
Workman's relief for whatever the holidays throw at you. Like THC products derived from legal hemp to help you relax and celebrate. Apple spice, pumpkin spice, candy cane, and gingerbread. Place your holiday order today at workmansrelief.com.
Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.
Man, I don't know what Marty's down there in Florida drinking, sitting on the beach, but he needs to keep on sipping it.
It's so good.
They have I don't know what the new record's called. I don't know. We don't talk anymore. But I know that's not the name of it. But I know it's on pre-order. If you want to go to theloneones.net, you can pre-order their new record. Do you have a clue? I have no idea.
No.
I don't have that
You
information.
want me to ask him?
I don't have it available. Yes, if you can, please. Like,
All right.
he's probably at the pickleball court in Orlando
I'm going to just call him right now.
playing some stuff. Give me his number. Just give me his number.
Okay, here, I'll write it down.
Screw it. Son of a bitch. You're just going to call Marty. This never turns out well.
It doesn't. You should play some background music. Here. Load up. Okay, 4's up.
Need some elevator music.
Yeah. I'm working on it.
Do you have Rupert Holmes? Let's see. As you can tell, this is not a planned event.
No. I'm going to be like, we are calling.
Oh. Forget waking him up. I can't even dial the number.
Sausage fingers.
It's my old porn name.
He's all hands. No, he's not. He's all sausage. Fingers.
It was like the thing in the Addams Family. It's the only thing.
What's going on?
Hi.
Marty McCoy. Dude, we are just sitting here talking about our love for you, the band, the boys, the whole idea of rock and roll. And I'm like, let's call that.
We're on the air, by the way.
I said, we just played your new. We just played "Don't Cry for Me," and I said, whatever he's down there on the beach drinking, he needs to drink more.
Yeah.
Because that is rock, dude. That
It's
is
Diet Coke.
love that song, man. Tell me about the song. Tell me about the genesis of that song.
So, I've had a pretty awesome life, and the genesis of the songs, if I died tomorrow, I would be pretty satisfied with everything. I'm not ready. I'm going to live forever. I'm not ready to call it quits. But if something happened, I was just gone tomorrow, I'd be like, oh, it was a pretty good run, really.
Marty, I've seen how much you drink at Stormy's. You're not going to live forever.
Well, I've cut it way back.
I know. Just giving you a hard time. And how are you, by the way? I'm sorry to interrupt your life in Florida, but how are you?
I'm awesome. I am at a photo shoot right now with my girlfriend at 7:30 in the morning for her counseling whole setup thing. So yeah, I'm up early and doing my part for the relationship.
She is, if I may be so bold, lovely, my friend. She is lovely.
She is. She's getting ready to get in the car right now. You should say that again. Hang on.
Yeah. Well, she's lovely and she's very smart too, which is amazing. And she's funny.
Hey, put her on the phone.
She is.
What's her name?
Her name's BrO. BrO, you're on the radio.
Hey, BrO.
Hi.
Hey, BrO.
Hi, BrO.
BrO. That was the car door. I think that was the car door. Am I talking to BrO?
She's in.
BrO, I don't know what's...
I don't feel a thing.
BrO, I don't know what is going on down there, but you must be pretty special to get his ass out of bed at 7 o'clock in the morning. I love it. What is your photo shoot? What is the photo? Can I ask? Am I being nosy?
It's just for my counseling internship, actually.
Okay. And then you'll be modeling what? What will you be
I
modeling?
think it's a headshot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just for the website.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a counselor.
Tell them what style.
So it's like a business card. It's like a website photo. Is that what it is? Yeah. All right. Hey, if I could get a couple of copies of that for my private collection, I'd appreciate it. What?
Never give him anything. Never give him anything.
I'll see what I can do.
Too soon. Hey, so my initial question was, I know the new record is on pre-order. Do we have a name for the record? Are we out of the loop on this, or am I forgetting? What's happening?
What's happening?
It's self-titled, like any classic rock band.
Yeah.
It's our self-titled record.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what we should do with our next CD.
Well,
I feel like an idiot for even asking.
we just have 4 opinionated dudes
Yep.
and with their own ideas. So I was like, just call it The Lonely Ones and put it out. Everyone wants to talk about for hours and hours and hours and weeks of what we should call it and what direction we should go. And I'm like, just put the thing out. Come on.
Right. I struggle with that with this one, too. He's like, we need a name. We need a title. We need a name or nothing's going to happen. And I'm like, we just need to do it. Just do it.
Just put it out. Let's go.
So you being in Florida and the band being in other places, but now that we have all this space age technology, is there any barriers in communication or getting the work put in on both ends now?
No, absolutely not. So one of the reasons we came to Florida for BrO was because the psychedelic counseling stuff was kind of wide open down here, and the flights back to Ohio were an hour and 40 minutes and cheap.
Ah, nice. Well, it looks like you're very happy and comfortable down there, dude. I'm very pleased for both of you.
We're loving it.
Did you ever see yourself being a Floridian, or was there just that's just how the relationship's going in that direction?
So, no, both of us are from West Virginia, and being from West Virginia, your redneck dream is to one day live in what we call lower middle class California, which is Florida.
That's fantastic.
And then you got the redneck Riviera. That's a little further west. You got all your bases covered.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as a West Virginian, I speak for both of us. Florida is the dream.
Yeah.
So it didn't take very long. We were acclimated quick.
I'm going to have, my mom is not far from you. I'm going to have her bring a meatloaf over to you and BrO one of these nights. She lives in the greater. Yeah, so you'll love it, dude. You'll love her.
So I'm in. Tell her to hit me up. You got my number.
All right. Listen, I'm
like
gonna...
that you pretend you don't talk to his mom on a regular basis.
She asked about you. I tell her you're welcome.
The laugh betrays him. Listen, we'll let you do your stuff. We love you. We miss you. And congrats on the new record. And it's just off to a great kick-ass start.
Yeah,
I love. Go ahead, sir.
We're just here for you no matter what, all the time. We're your biggest fans, your biggest advocates. We will always have your back, dude.
I love you guys so much. Thanks for playing the new song. It means the world to us, and we'll see you guys soon. I think February 10th. Yeah, February 10th we're going to be playing in Madison at the Red Zone. So
kick ass.
We'll be back, guys.
Awesome.
Just in time for Valentine's Day.
Something like that, yeah.
That's good.
And so Johnny, don't go golfing, man. Come on.
He's golfing today, actually.
Yeah, I'll get it out of my system. It'll be too cold to do any of that stuff. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, buddy. Be safe.
All right, love you guys.
All right, love you guys. See you, buddy.
We thought uploading to the cloud was something completely different. The JJO Morning Show Podcast.
Workman's Relief for whatever the holidays throw at you. Apple spice, pumpkin spice, candy cane, and gingerbread THC products derived from legal hemp. Free shipping with products over $75. Order yours at workmansrelief.com.
Johnny and D, JJO.
That was a weird fade on there, wasn't it? I'm going to need PC2 for this. We're going to go to the Tic Tac machine. Summary quick. Chick's mom died. Mom, dad had cruise planned.
Oh.
Obviously, can't cruise if you're dead. Carnival wanted to charge for the cancellation fee.
The cancellation fee?
Yeah.
For the dead broad?
For the dead broad.
Oh.
TikTok, please help me get this to the right people. I'm kind of using this as a last resort. I don't know what else to do, but I cannot accept the answer I've been given. So, Carnival Cruise Lines, this is for you. A little backstory. My mom passed away 2 weeks ago. I've been handling all the arrangements for my dad. They were married 38 years, so needless to say, he's not okay. My parents had a cruise booked for December 31st, which they've had booked since May. This cruise costs $2,134, and yeah, they were looking forward to going on it. My mom passed away 2 weeks ago. I'm handling all the arrangements. I call Carnival. Hello, my mom has passed away. My dad does not feel like going on this cruise. What do I need to do? Help me. So sorry for your loss. But since your mother did not purchase Carnival Cruise Protection, it's going to cost you $1,371 to cancel this booking. Oh, but you're not getting the other money back either. You're going to have to email this email that could take 30 days to possibly respond to you. With the death certificate to see if you'll get this other money back.
So, TikTok worked.
You know what that reminds me of? Oh, okay, finish. Go. Oh, sure it did. These effing companies, dude. And I got to give you full disclosure. I own stock in Carnival. I bought it when it was way down.
I'll give you asshole. Now I know why you're always like, cruise is really fun. Have you thought about going on a cruise? Well.
So, Carnival was about $22 billion in debt since COVID. Now they're about $9 billion, but they are booked solid. And this, I'm not sure I disagree with this as a stockholder. This is good, prudent business principle right here.
Yeah, okay. You calm down. So,
kidding.
And this is dude, I am telling you, man, TikTok gets results.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they
without
panicked.
a doubt.
I'm sure they panicked and sent a check right over.
Well, that video, I just saw it had over, was it 850,000 likes on it?
Yeah.
So you're already, and then what happens is people will tag the company in the video, or they'll share the video.
Sure, and then they panic.
Retag it.
Yep.
So then if you're on TikTok and you're looking for Carnival Cruise, what shows up is all this crap. So it behooves them to take care of it.
I don't know why companies are so bad at that PR. They're so bad at that. When all you got to do is
that person is just doing that. That person on the phone is just doing exactly what they were trained to do.
It's in the script.
Yep.
It's in the contract. I get it. She bought the bad refund or no refund, whatever thing, whatever. I get it. Technically, as per the rules,
right?
That is true.
So, all right, here we go.
Hey, TikTok. I just wanted to provide a Carnival Cruise update. It's been less than 24 hours, but y'all did the thing. We did get Carnival's attention, so I just want to say thank you to everyone that tagged them, commented, shared, liked. It did blow up, and we did get their attention. For everyone that told me to reach out John Meade, thank you. He was a great help. and he was very quick and empathetic, and he had actually lost his mom a couple months ago, so I think he was feeling some type of way about it as well.
Yes.
I heard from Julia. She's the executive resolutions officer for Carnival. She called me and said that John had reached out, and my dad will be getting a full refund in 1 to 3 business days. It's very overwhelming just because it happened so quick. But yeah, so Carnival is doing the right thing, and I'm going to help my dad.
That's awesome.
Dude, did you hear her say that Julia got a hold of her?
Yeah.
Fixed everything? That's like Julie from the Love Boat. Julie, what was her last name? McCoy. We just had Marty McCoy on. Wonder if he's related to Julie McCoy.
Weird. A fictional character?
Shh.
Yeah.
Shh.
Okay.
Don't ruin it.
The chief resolutions officer.
Yes. Once it hit social media, they're like, why do they do that? You can get so much more goodwill forever by saying, not only are we not going to refund you, we're going to give you the cruise for free. Do you know how fast that would have hit the national morning shows?
Mm-hmm.
They would have flown that family to New York to be on whose ever morning show.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I don't know why they're so bad at that.
Well, it's getting better, but I've seen that too, American Airlines or United or whatever, when people's instruments will get damaged, yada yada yada, and then it's it takes a certain amount of traction online in order for you to get the resolution.
You got to get drugged through the mud, and you got to get eyeballs on it, and all of a sudden everybody's like, we didn't mean it. Yes, you did. Of course you did.
Right. Yep.
That reminds me of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, when Ed Rooney said, when he was talking to Ferris, and Ferris was Sloane's dad, fake dad, on the phone call.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'll tell you what, you drag her old bones down here and show me the body, and I'll release Sloane.
Yeah.
That's kind of what Carnival was doing. You drag her body down here, and we'll give you a refund.
That's weird you bring up Ferris Bueller, because Alan Ruck just got sued for negligence in that Hollywood crash.
I saw that. He ran into the pizza place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to look into that. That they want their wall fixed.
I get it, dude. I get it.
I do know that I think we take those trips. It's like there's a clause to the clause to the clause that says even trip insurance isn't 100%.
No.
It's weird, dude.
Right.
Somebody needs to fix that too. You get like COVID, just for example, comes up 5 days before the trip.
Yeah.
Boom.
Right. But in the very, very fine print, there's a thing that says except for COVID, whatever. Yeah, and then, even those warranties you can get on, the 1 or 2 or 3 year warranty on an electronics that you buy at name the big box store.
Mm-hmm.
Even those have, it's like you take it in and they're like, oh no, this isn't covered. Yeah, it just sucks.
Trying to think, we were going to go to Mexico to get married. But then COVID hit, of course, and then or had been hitting.
And then I got uninvited. It's fine.
Listen, if you keep this up, you're not going to get invited to the next wedding I have. You got to quit, dude. There's probably 2 or 3 more in my future. You need to calm down. I'm going to squeeze you into one of my weddings. I swear to God. You just hang on. Wait it out. No, what was it? So we were going to fly out of Chicago, and blah, blah, and go to Mexico and get married. The airline, I think, canceled our flight, and the only reason we got a refund was because Mexico's resort shut down. We weren't getting it from the airline who canceled our flight.
Yeah.
It's only because Mexico shut down their resorts. And we had insurance. Yeah, it's weird, dude. That stuff, a little hit and miss. Don't trust it.
Yeah. If the word insurance is anywhere in it, I do not trust it.
Yeah, I think that's how it went. I might have it backwards. I'm sorry, what? Huh?
I'm so glad. I'm glad it got resolved for her, and this is the power of TikTok, bro. There's another cruise cancellation. Did you see this?
Why don't they...
What's the matter?
Go ahead. I just don't understand it. You'd think a company could even manufacture something like that to create a great PR campaign.
Yeah, I don't know. The 3-year world cruise that was supposed to happen was canceled 2 weeks before it was scheduled to set sail, and everybody's losing their mind. On November 17th, the Life at Sea revealed that passengers that the inaugural cruise was canceled. It had no ship. That seems like a pretty big thing to overlook. Right? The company vowed to refund those who signed up for the cruise. The cost ranged anywhere from $30,000 a year for a standard interior cabin.
Did you want the trip with the ship, or did you just want the trip? Okay.
Just the idea of the trip.
We don't have the ship.
You can also go all the way up to $109,000 a year for a luxurious suite with a large balcony. BrO International, which owns Life at Sea, officially started accepting bookings for the first of its kind world voyage aboard its MV Gemini ship. That was on March 1st. Later, they decided that the vessel was too small for the cruise. Instead, Life at Sea planned to buy a larger ship, the Ada Aurora, or whatever, which was set to be renamed the MV Laura. After telling its passengers that the sail was taking longer than expected, news broke that another cruise company, Celestial Cruises, how many cruise companies are there, bought the ship on November 16th. The following day, Life at Sea's former CEO, Kendra Holmes, who had resigned just days before the sale fell through, informed guests that the cruise was canceled. Holmes relayed the information in a 15-minute video given to passengers.
That sounds like a Ponzi scheme. Did you say 3 years?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So $30,000 a year or $109,000.
People probably cashed out stocks and everything to buy that cruise.
Totally. Think about it. You had 3 years of your life planned.
Yeah. Well, let's sell the condo and go on a 3-year cruise. And then we'll figure it out. And how much was it?
2 weeks before it cancels. $30,000. It starts at about $30,000 a year.
Yeah, $109,000.
And then it goes up to $109,000.
Good God. Could you imagine being stuck in an interior room on a cruise ship with no window for 3 years?
For 3 years? No.
What is wrong with you?
Murder.
I'm 8 days and I'm ready to get off of that goddamn boat.
Yeah. On November 19th, 2 days after her announcement, guests received another message, this time from the owner of BrO International, who also stated, yeah, she was right, it's not happening. In his message, he confirmed that the cruise was canceled because the company could not afford the ship. He claimed that BrO is not big enough to afford the ship, but the cruise line had presented the project to investors and had official approval from some of them to buy the vessel. And after making a down payment on the ship, the investors declined to support us further due to unrest in the Middle East.
Yeah, sure.
Some would-be cruise passengers were in Istanbul, where the ship was originally scheduled to depart from. When they received news of the cancellation, many are stuck in a tough position, having spent tens of thousands of dollars on a now canceled voyage that may take months to get reimbursed.
It's retirement savings cashed out.
Some have sold or rented out their houses ahead of the cruise. Yeah.
Now the people renting their houses out are now they got to go to court and figure their end out. Just a minor detail. Yeah, we don't have a cruise ship.
2 weeks before you depart.
Sorry, let me turn up my hearing aid. Did you say we don't have a ship?
How are you gonna book people?
No, that's amazing.
On a 3-year cruise and you ain't got a ship? That's insane.
That is. God, that's going to take years to settle those lawsuits.
Oh yeah,
you got to be kidding me.
It
probably seemed like a deal,
right?
3 years, $109,000.
So total $330,000 if you do that.
Sell your house. You were going to cash it out anyways and move to an apartment or a condo,
right?
Or assisted living.
Who knows what people did?
Whoa!
I mean, it's supposed to be an around-the-world cruise, so this is like. Oh my God, I can take 3 years of my life and do this. This is going to be amazing.
The cruise ship's probably not even registered in America. It's probably some offshore account that it's a country it's registered in. They'll be like, F you. We got the money. You don't even know. You'll never see a dime of that money.
Yeah, right. Yep. It reminds me of that Billy McFarland guy.
Oh, to Fire Festival.
Yeah, 100%. He's got to be involved here somehow.
You show up and it's like a passenger ferry that runs from Milwaukee to Michigan.
Right.
Baloney. Something's.
Dumbing
I was
down
expecting
your
something more
smartphone.
luxurious.
Right?
One
This is
podcast
weird.
at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show Podcast.
Workman's relief for whatever the holidays throw at you. Like THC products derived from legal hemp to help you relax and celebrate. Apple spice, pumpkin spice, candy cane, and gingerbread. Place your holiday order today at workmansrelief.com.
Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
My pappy said, son, you're gonna drive me to drinking if you don't stop driving that hot rod liquor. Have you heard the story of the hot rod race where the Fords and Lincolns were setting the pace? That story is true, I'm here to say I was driving that Model A.
Okay, this is not a shot at you, so I know how defensive you get.
I can take it.
Okay. All right.
Unless you're making fun of my shirt. Then we're going to have a problem. My favorite shirt.
A new study looked at how we perceive people based just on the type of car that they drive.
Here we go.
Found a luxury automobile really can give you a leg up. Researchers found that when someone's got an expensive ride, other people assume they're higher up in the social hierarchy. You are here to prove them wrong.
Lower tier. Pretending to drive a nice car. Bottom feeder. Pretending to drive a nice car.
People tend to think, yeah, they're probably an important person with an important job or at least a lot of money.
Well, you can get a used Land Rover for $15,000. It's not that tough. It's decent looking.
Yeah, the problem is...
Can't get a Porsche, but you can get a Land Rover. You can't get a cheap
just the
Porsche.
maintenance stuff on it.
Oh, sure.
So, like, when you have a vehicle that you have to go to a certain place
Right.
in order to get it serviced, and let's say, I don't know, like an oil change is $275 or
yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that's when people, because of the maintenance stuff, you're like, they must be well off, because an ordinary schlub
Thanks.
would be like, oh, well, I can't afford more than $80 for an oil change, or whatever. So, anywho.
That's Mr. Schlub to you.
He likes Schmubway.
Schmubway. Doesn't that sound delicious right now? Schmubway. Not 12 inches, 11 inches of Schmubway.
Well, now you can buy 3 more inches.
You can?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, we'll get into it. Let me finish
weird.
this story
I haven't
first.
seen that one yet.
Yeah, well, your wife's been waiting.
Good.
Anyway, so yeah, and then this somehow, because we're a bunch of weird materialistic bastards, makes you more attractive to potential mates for obvious reasons. Again, money. They found that's true whether you're a man or a woman. This applies to everybody. Individuals with high status are perceived as competent, attractive. They receive preferential treatment and
Thank you.
are more likely are more likely to be favored in job selection.
Hey, Schmub, stop talking over there. Trying to tell you some stories.
The study found that driving a pricey car also makes you think that you're more attractive and socially superior. Windsor AF, bro.
I don't know.
So whether it's deserved or not.
I was driving a pretty rusty Toyota there for
Yeah,
quite a while.
it's true.
But it was paid for.
Well, yeah, that's it,
That's
dude.
just ho chunk money in my pocket right there.
Sure. So whether it's deserved or not, the guy speeding by you in a new BMW is getting a big old ego boost from it and probably a little bit of side poon.
Sure. I don't disagree with that.
I don't know. My stinky Ford Escape manages to pull some trim, so I'm going to argue this.
Nah, that's just you getting free concert tickets. It's nothing to do with the car.
Oh, damn it. It's the concert tickets again.
Trying to think. I think there's some truth to that. Sure. I mean, I know people that drive really nice cars that live in apartments. I mean, whatever. I have friends that drive Porsches routinely.
Yeah, I know people that have nice clothes and a nice car, and then they go home to...
I mean, I've also got a friend that has a super $800 car payment and bitches about having no money. So I don't. Car poor is not how I roll, but
yeah, and I mean, that's
he's got a new Audi, like a new Audi.
Yeah,
But whatever.
I suppose it's whatever makes you happy.
I got over driving nice cars a long time ago. I mean,
they're fun.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. No, I'm still looking for my dream car, which I'm going to get again, but if I can find it. But so, the trade's worth it for me. But I'm not out to what was the word you used? Trim. Yeah. No, I'm
to get some trim.
I'm over that.
Okay.
The trim factor, not a factor.
All right. I will say. It is, and I'm sure people that have driven nice cars have experienced this. There's a weird amount of shade that gets thrown your way as well. I have a friend that has a lot of nice cars, and she'll get. I mean, it'll be in the Target parking lot. People will give her crap for it.
Oh, give her the stink eye.
Well, yeah, and then they'll say stuff too, like. Whatever. Who are you screwing to drive that car? And like it's straight up rudeness, dude.
I know who you're not screwing. A radio DJ.
It's true.
That's for damn sure.
God damn it. So yeah, good luck out there. But I don't. I mean, the ego boost. I get it. You feel it's kind of
it's not like a woman can't appreciate a great handling sports car.
No, she's too simple.
Yeah,
it has
right.
to be a man that got it for her. And I mean. And there's a jealousy thing. You're not going to approach a stranger and give them crap about their nice vehicle if there isn't some sort of ugly emotion happening in you that triggered you.
Right. The car you can't afford. So let's take it out. Let's assume the worst.
Of this person.
Right.
Right. And that person does an amazing amount of stuff for their community and everything else. And it's like, God damn, people are just dicks. But I do, and is it this like when you dress nice, you feel a certain way. You know what I mean? Is it kind of like that? Like you feel confident getting out of your nice car. It gives you that confidence boost like you do when you get dressed up. I don't know. Must be something like that. Again, confidence is everything. You need it to land a plane with no experience.
Well. I can't wait till we take a flight together and I save your ass. And I'm going to say, how bad do you want me to land this plane? Because I'm your own. There's option A, and I'm it.
You know what? I don't want you to land it at that point. I would rather be right than live.
I'm going to be up there in the cockpit with my shirt off. It's a party. I'm drunk on a plane.
Oh, my God.
And yeah, we'll see how much you love me then.
Okay. We certainly will.
No, nice cars are great, dude. I mean, if you can swing it. Yeah, it's a nice perk. I mean, the car I want will be a car I will not drive every day. It'll be a summer car and then get covered up. But it's an appreciation in yes. Both the fair sex may also appreciate the cars. Let's not jump to conclusions.
Oh, 100%.
But boy, they sure are pricey these days.
Everything's pricey.
Nice cars be pricey.
Everything.
What do you see when you see somebody in a BMW?
Well, it kind of depends.
I just admire the car.
Yeah, usually I'm like, that's pretty cool. Or I'll be like, man, you're driving that thing too slow. Or, I'll be like, God, you can't even drive that car the way it needs to be driven or whatever.
Like the new Vets. I see the new Vets and I drool, man. I don't care who's driving a damn thing. I can't stand it. I want one so bad.
But there's definitely, like, when you pass that car or you see the individual driving that car, there is a certain stereotype you have in your head with who would be driving it, right? Like, it's usually like you think like a rich, old, white dude.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
So when it's not that, I'm like, good for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it is that, I'm like, that figures.
I just see it. I'm like, I hope you're driving the hell out of that thing, dude, because that's what it was built for.
Yeah, 100%.
And yes, I am. I'm jealous because I just don't have the car. I don't give a damn who's in the driver's seat.
Right, yeah.
It's like, man, I don't know. It's so impressive to me. You can get that Vet. Oh, my God. For that price, it's incredible. I mean, it's a hair out of my reach, but that's way out of my reach.
Well, and those memes exist for a reason. They have the Corvette owner starter pack, and it's the jean shorts and the white New Balance and the the little Corvette hat and whatever. Like, yeah, there's definitely there's stereotypes attached to whatever kind of vehicle you drive. Like some of those big jacked up trucks too, the pavement princesses, and I'm like, you ain't hauling nothing with that truck, you pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like. Sometimes I do cast a little bit of judgment, I suppose, based on what you're driving. But it's more like you're not, like, why do you, are you using that vehicle? I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird
So
thing.
you judge people driving jacked up trucks more than you would somebody in an Audi.
Well, if it ain't dirty and you ain't,
Right.
if you're just.
It's less practical, I guess.
Right, yeah.
So, whatever. I mean, I went through my jacked up truck phase. I used to have one.
Yeah.
I think they look cool as hell.
They are cool as hell. I'm just like,
but, until you drive something high end, then I've been at Road America in a car going 210 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Until you make that leap, you will appreciate what that car can do.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I guess if you get an opportunity, go 210 miles an hour, I suggest you try it. Sure. Scary as hell.
I think we all judge people in cars, though. You know what I mean? Like the other night on the interstate, there was this, it was an older model Challenger tailgating this whatever Chevy sedan in front of it. Very, very close. We're talking less than a half of a car length behind it, and they're going like 80. And the Challenger has no license plates. There's rust coming out of the back end of it, like the trunk area, yada, yada, yada. You damn right I was like, I know who's driving that.
Well, as you go up the pay scale, if you go up the pay scale, it's like people that have real money there's some Ferraris around town. I still see them. I mean, those people don't even drive those cars.
Right.
That's the shame to me. They've got so much money.
Right.
It's just fun, dumb coupons. Right. They're not getting groceries in their Ferraris.
Right.
They take them out on a nice day and they park them. Maybe they'll sit there for 3 months. Who knows? But that's what kind of money drives that stuff.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So if you see a Ferrari, you can assume they've got 6 other nice cars in the garage. Mm-hmm. That assumption I'll make.
Oh, I'll get pissy.
Because that's not the daily driver.
I'll be like, man, how you got that Corvette and you're driving 50 miles an hour in a 55?
Right.
That's why you can't even go the speed limit.
That's why we put the flex lane in to get the vets up to,
right.
So they stretch the legs 90 in second gear. Sure, let's see what that does.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. This is another one. I judge young kids driving really nice cars. Like, must be nice mommy and daddy bought it for you. I think that's universal. Or I'll be like, oh, man, it ain't going to be long before you wreck that. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's just whatever. Their frontal lobe is informed, and they aren't making good decisions, and they have too high-powered of a vehicle to understand the power behind it. Whatever. I get that.
Yeah,
totally.
I guess I don't pay that much attention to people in the car. A lot of the nice cars have darkened windows. It's even hard to see who's driving. But
oh, yeah.
I just appreciate a great-looking car.
Yeah.
Whatever the car is, whatever, Porsche. But I think it's fun to see really nice cars out on the road. I think it's a shame they're not driven more, but with the way people drive on a Beltline, whatever.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Where do you take your Ferrari? You trailer it to a car show?
I don't know. Yeah.
You don't see them that often, but there's somebody's got a red, I'm trying to think of Medina. I can't remember what the model is. I see it every summer a few times on the west side. I should follow them and see what's going on.
Yes. Follow them, but not too closely. I can show you how to do it.
What do I do when I catch them? I don't know. What do I do?
That's where I always get stuck. I'm like, I don't know.
Like,
I panic and just drive away.
Well, that was fun. Another guy pulling into their giant garage, getting more pissed off. But
the JJO Morning Show Podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.